Hello there guys and welcome to another episode here in Formula Esports League for my second participation in this season. And well, as you know, I am a reserve driver and here we are for round number 9 in Belgium. So there was a free seat in Aston Martin because Chavaaga could not participate the race. I don't know what happened to him, but that's not the point. The point is that I could take his seat and race in this round. So hope in this time I get redemption from Great Britain after on that race having a terrible performance as a reserve driver replacing Nomadic, but in this time we're replacing Chavaaga. And hope in this time I perform well. And I have been practicing this for like 3 hours, although it won't be that much. So let's do as best as we can. So we are now entering the circuit and we are about to set our first flying lap. Exiting the Camel Straight to get into the comb, we get personal best sector 1, of course, and unfortunately I just cut the corner and invalidated my lap time. So that meant that my lap time is ruined, but the good thing is that I have 2 more laps to make a good lap time. So I chose the softer tire location in this race because it is Formula Esports League, and the last race I participated in that league did not get any safety car. So I don't think there'll be any safety car in this race, although there might be some rain in the race, but I don't know when or which part of the race. But I just saw in the panel in that icon that there is going to be some rain. So we need to be a little bit careful, but I don't think the drivers will get pretty dirty in that moment of rain, because it is going to be on rain. We'll be on inters, maybe on full wets, but that means that we won't need lots of dry tires. So I decided to sacrifice 1 set of medium in order to get 3 out of 3 sets of soft tires in qualifying and 1 for the race. So that means that in those 3 laps I'll be using 3 sets of softs. So no practice lap, that'll be the second flying lap. Unfortunately the first one was a bit failed, although getting back to the topic of the rain, you see in that right TB that there is an icon that it is going to be some rain, although it is not that visible for you, but if I get into that screen it might be more visible. But let's do our best in qualifying and hope we can get into the high positions. And on my second attempt to make a flying lap, heading into the bus stop chicane, I got a bit blinded because of the smoke from tires, but still that didn't impede me to ruin a lot my flying lap, and we set a lap time of 142.506, which wasn't that great for me, and we got into 8th position behind my teammate on this race, Ronin. So we need to improve a lot on this lap. 142.5 is not a good lap time. A good lap time will be a sub 142 into like the high 141s. And surprisingly, we just set the fastest sector 1 because we just did a, I think, perfect last was. But it is going to be our in lap because we don't have enough ERS, and also we don't have enough fuel to make this another flying lap. So unfortunately that won't be that flying lap, and that means that we're going to box, and as you can see we are getting lap times. We're getting weights of times, and yeah, that means that we are going into the pits, and let's get prepared for the third and final lap. And also we do not have time to get this in lap into that another flying lap if we want to do another one after this. So yeah, we're entering the pit lane and entering the garage, and we are wearing our third and final soft tires that I plan to use in this session, and hope I do perform well in this flying lap. Well, in that flying lap, not this, because well, I wasn't doing any flying lap on this moment. Well, let's move on. So we are now in the third and final flying lap. We begin this, and qualifying is about to be over. Lots of drivers are retiring from the session because they have done their flying lap and they decided to not get into the pit lane, and instead they decided to retire. So now we are heading into Aarhus and Rayon, and overall we're improving by just half a tenth. Qualifying is over. Now we cannot set any more lap times, and we exit the Camel Street, get into Lecombe, and we set personal sector 1 best. So yeah, I don't think we are getting pretty good, and we just ran wide into turn 10. That is not good, and we get into the no-name corner and we exit, and overall we're improving by just 2.7 tenths. Not a good one. We drop down to 12 and we exit Fuon. We did not get a pretty good cornering there, and we head into those corners at the end of sector 2, and to be honest, it's not going to be a good lap time. My nerves got me. I felt a bit more pressure, and unfortunately I could not handle well the press course. So yeah, entering into Blanchimont and heading into the bus stop, this chicane, we're barely improving by just 3 tenths, and exiting bus stop chicane, we open our DRS. We set a lap time of 4 tenths quicker than the previous lap time. We only get into 9th place, but yeah, it was not a good lap time. I think I got into the 142s. Yeah, that is not a good lap time. I just got the nerves, and yeah, it was a 142.092. But at least I bet my teammate, who set a lap time of 142.39, and he's in 12th. Meanwhile, Doesn't That got pole position, followed by Tato Santi, then Feather Snake, then Ricky Con, then PG, then Rodiswala, then Omarlo, then Jovan, and yeah, Omarlo is the last driver to qualify with a sub 142. Meanwhile, Jovan set a lap time of 142.002. Meanwhile, myself got into 9th, but well, hope you got to see the top 14 to qualifying, because I didn't mention the others. So now let's get into the pre-race strategy. So here it is, the pre-race strategy. So we see that rain is going to come at the beginning of the race, and we are starting on intermediates. So I am predicting it's going to be a one stop, and Inter's hard or Inter's medium, because it'll dry up at the half of the race, maybe earlier. So yeah, it's going to be recommendable to do an Inter's hard strategy. So yeah, we lowered the fuel down to 47 kilograms into an underfuel zone, and reason why I do is because it's going to be rain and I'll use less fuel. And meanwhile, I was about to change bit of car setup, maybe tire pressure, but I decided to stick with that setup, and yeah, I decided to start race with that same setup I used in qualifying, which was race purpose. So now let's begin the race. So now we are about to begin this rainy race, and well, rainy race, but just the first part of it. And now the red lights have turned on, and it's lights out, and we are on the way, and it's a decent start for us, and we head into Las Oas a bit scared, and we head into that corner a bit, well, clean. That's good thing. We are still in 9th place, and we see that there are Whale Puzzler and Feather Snake into Eau Rouge, and Feather Snake decided to back off a little bit, and he got a bit wide exiting Radion, and we are overtaking him and get up into P8. That is a decent start for us, and we exit the Camel Straight, and ooh, Feather Snake was attempting to dive bomb me down the inside, and he's doing it, exiting the comb, and he is overtaking me down the inside, but I decided to defend my 8th position, but unfortunately I failed it, and exiting turn 10, we're down to 9th place, but well, we are still in the points, so we should not panic a lot, and yeah, heading into 1, I don't think that my 9th place will get that vulnerable, and yeah, now we are maintaining that position, maybe overtake Feather Snake, but I don't know, he qualified 3rd, and I don't think I can battle him and overtake him. I think he's going to be way faster than me. The good thing is that I practiced in rain, so I could be way slower. So yeah, the good thing is that I could practice. So now let's keep our head down and maintain our 9th position for now. But the clean battle has ended for the other drivers on the next lap at the bus stop chicane, because some drivers crashed, and we are up into 7th place. Doesn't that set the fastest lap? And we begin lap 3, and unfortunately and obviously DRS is not enabled because it's raining, and in Formula 1 during rain DRS is not enabled because it's just too dangerous, because you don't have enough grip to overtake very confidently, and if DRS is deployed it reduces the rear downforce, and thus you get more risk of having oversteer, and yeah, that's why DRS is only available in the straights, and if DRS gets stuck opened, it is going to be really dangerous. So yeah. Then on lap 5 we forgot to mention that I got down to 8th place because Pumpmaster overtook me into Las Vegas on lap 3, but the engineer told me that I can box 4 dry tires on this lap, and Pumpmaster made a mistake, and we overtake him, and we're back to 7th place. And getting back to the topic of boxing in this lap, it is drying up, but I don't have much confidence on boxing in this lap, although I decided to listen to the engineer, and we are boxing in this lap, and I'm going to take care of him way more because DRS is now enabled, and well, it is going to be an Aston Martin double stack because I got informed that my teammate is also gonna box, but I'm the first driver to box of the Aston Martin, so yeah, I have the advantage. Meanwhile, Ronin will have that disadvantage. We are on hards, and the reason why we are on hards instead of the mediums like the others, it's because I plan to be on these tires until the end of the race. So yeah, let's do that thing, and let's heat up our tires, and we see that the track has dried up, and yeah, that's why that was the right decision to listen to the engineer. And yeah, hope we can get into a good race with that strategy. And despite getting up into P6 because 3 drivers did not box and boxed on this lap, oh boy, that's not a good thing for me because we're down to 7th place. But let's not panic because I think Pumpmaster will need to box once again, and meanwhile for us, we're going to stick with those tires until the end of the race. And probable thing is that we're going to be down to 8th place because the driver that is behind us is on softs, and well, I exceeded track limits, I ran wide. That's not a good thing, and to make things worse, I think he'll overtake me easily because he's had better grit than me, and he might overtake me easily. But at least that will mean that we won't lose lots of seconds because of it. And the good thing is that he overtook me in the straight, so yeah, we have not lost like not even a second, maybe just a few attempts. But yeah, let's not worry about it. And we got DRS from him, and also we're still in 7th because he has a 3-second time penalty. So let's pretend that he is like a horse and I am the carriage, and I can get his DRS and maintain my 8th place with them, although that horse will get cut from that anchor and he'll be free from that carriage. And what I mean is that he might be more than a second ahead of me, but he overtook Pumpmaster and he's up into 6th position. I don't know how, but I set the fastest sector 1, so it's a bit of a W for me. But let's see if we can overtake Pumpmaster, but let's maintain 8th place for now. On the very next lap, heading into the no-name corner, we get a message on the bottom of the screen that Ronin is off the race, and that meant that the safety car is deployed because of it. And to make things worse, he's my teammate, and that'll mean that it's going to be a disastrous day for Aston Martin if I do not perform well. Well, I'm staying out, of course, because I'm going to follow my plan I have set to myself when the track was drying, and the plan is that we're going to stay out until the end of the race. So yeah, we're not making any more pit stops unless I get damage to my front wing or I get a puncture or something like that. But other than that, we're not going to box. So yeah, I think lots of drivers will box, and for Feather Snake, this is his perfect strategy because he's on soft tires, and I predict that he had to box because the soft tires would not last until the end of the race in like 12 laps. And we are up into 2nd place, and who is ahead of me? My supposed to be teammate doesn't that. So yeah, I should have been in Alfa Romeo, but I got the seat for this race because Chavaaga could not participate the race, neither the Aston Martin reserve. So I don't know what happened to the reserve, but I could replace Chavaaga, and we are up into 2nd place behind the leader, who is my supposed teammate doesn't that. So yeah, let's heat up our tires, and it is going to be a little bit nervous about it. And yeah, if I could have been like a 10th or 2/10 faster in the previous lap, maybe I could have gotten into the lead. And yeah, for the first time in my Formula Esports League / League Champions Advanced career, I am in the podium position. Well, have been previously, but not in second place. So yeah, let's maintain our second place, although it is going to be like an impossible quest. Although if it fails, maybe we can get into the higher points. I don't know, maybe second place it's an impossible quest, but maybe I could get like third, fourth, fifth place. So yeah, let's do our best and let's wait until the safety car ends. So yeah, we are halfway through the race and the safety car is ending on lap 11. We are in second place and let's maintain our best. That place, of course, doesn't that got a pretty good relaunch compared to me, and he's way faster than me, and he's going to pull an enormous gap, and that means that it is going to be a hard way to defend from Ricky Con, because he's on soft tires and he has better grip than me, and he's overtaking me into the Camel Straight. I made a mistake of not deploying ERS. I decided to just manage a little bit, but unfortunately I've been overtaken by two drivers in the straight, although PG needed to battle me into the comb to overtake me, and we're down to 4th place, and Roisbala is attempting to overtake me and putting me down to 5th place. That is not going to be a good thing for me, and we see that Roisbala is down the inside and he overtakes me into 4th. I could not defend that much. I'm not that confident. I did not have that confidence, and I decided to, oh man, that is not a good thing. Omar overtook me very easily. Oh man, that is not a good safety car relaunch, and I decided to get down to 4th gear in order to have more torque, but that was just a terrible mistake because I spun and crashed into the wall, destroying my front wing. No way, I just got to be desperate about it, and oh my goodness me, that was just so, no, why? No way, I ruined my entire race. Oh no, that is the worst safety car relaunch I have ever done in my life, or at least in my sim racing career. In all of these league races that I've been participating, I don't think I have done a terrible, well, a worse safety car relaunch than this. That is the worst. We're down to last position, P17, dead last. We are changing our front wing. We are on mediums, and yeah, gap between Poncho, who is the driver ahead of me, and it's just more than 30 seconds. Toto Santi is out of the race, and yeah, we are down to now P16. And it is dead last, man. Yeah, I'll finish last in this race. That is, yeah, my race is ruined. Oh, man, what could I have done if I had made that mistake? Oh man, people from other universes, please tell me in the comments. Well, for the people who are from the universes, that I did not make that mistake, and well, unfortunately, you guys are in the universe that I did the terrible mistake, and it cost me the entire race. So yeah, that is my race ruined. Still, I decided to continue in the race just in case there is an absolute miracle that a safety car gets deployed, or 6 drivers get out of the race, or 6 drivers crash, and no, I don't think that'll happen, but well, let's still run and finish the race. Yeah, for the rest of the race it was just overtaking some drivers that got into a terrible mistakes, and yeah, here we are up into P13. Although Chavaaga has a 3-second time penalty and he is less than 3 seconds ahead of me, so that'll convert into P12. I wish Oscar got another 3-second time penalty so he could have in total of 11 seconds of penalties accumulated, so I could get up into P11, but yeah, it's going to be P12, and doesn't that wins the race, and we head into the finish line to finish a disappointing P12 for me. Once again, a disappointing race. Although I finished higher than the previous race that I participated in this league, but I could have done way better. If I hadn't made that mistake, maybe I could finish like maybe P7, P8, I don't know, but yeah, it was just a disappointing race for me, and yeah, I could have done better, but man, I just made a terrible mistake and it costed the entire race. So yeah, let's see the podium ceremony. Here we see that Dawson that is celebrating his another win. I don't know how many wins he's got, but I'm sure he's on his way to win the title. The Season 6 title of Formula Sports League. So yeah, it is not a good race for me. Meanwhile, we see an Alpine and a Mercedes in the podium. Wonder who are those two drivers that got into the podium with doesn't that? Let's see. So Ricky Cohn was the one who finished second, was that Mercedes. Then the Alpine is Omarlo, who finished third place. Then Boostler finished fourth. Feathersnake finished fifth with a perfect strategy. To be honest, he executed a perfect strategy. He got lucky with it. And Pitchy finished sixth position, followed by Master, then Rodisbala, and Nomadic finished ninth position, and Jovan is the final driver who finished in the points. Meanwhile, Oscar, myself, Chavaaga, and Sunshine are the ones who finished outside of the points, but in the top 14. I don't know if 15th place finished or not. I don't know if there were only 14 finishers or maybe 15. Let me... I think that there were 15 finishers. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Hope I can have another chance to race here in this league on this season. Well, see you guys in, well, maybe in the next video. Goodbye.